Hey, happy Monday. Today is February 9th. Today, our Black History highlight is Vonette Justine Carroll. She was the first African-American woman to direct on Broadway with her production of the musical, Don't Bother Me, I Can't Cope. All right, now let's get into the video. Today, we are talking about how to fix poor leadership communication. These are for my managers, for my supervisors out there. How are you going to fix your communication? The first thing is you're going to encourage questions. The more questions people ask, the more comfortable people feel asking questions opens the space for trust. If I can trust you that you're not going to yell at me or blow up at me or call me stupid when I ask a question, then I can ask you more questions and then I can understand better what it is I need to do. Next, you're going to define your expectations, your goals, and your timelines. When you want things done, how you want things done, and how you want people to do them. If they don't know what needs to be done, they're not going to do it. And if they don't know what your expectation of them is, they're going to go on their own expectation. And that's like, they're going to do whatever it is they can do to get by. And we don't want a space where that is okay. You also want to give the why. A couple of weeks ago, we talked about why it's important to tell why people are doing things. If people don't know why they're doing it, they don't know the importance of it, then they're going to do a lackluster job doing it. You want the task to be as important to them as it is to you. So you're going to make sure that you're telling them why it needs to be done. Next, we are going to make sure that we are trying to understand the perspectives of our employees. Where are they coming from? Why did they think that this was the decision to make? Rather than just trying to tell them why they're wrong or say what it is you have to say. This is not me telling you to excuse unwanted behavior. Understanding is not excusing. You can correct employees and deal with unwanted behavior without being disrespectful. This next step is the most important step, and it's going to solve a lot of the issues that you have at your job, career. Communicate frequently, every day, all day. Communication is the key. Communicate frequently. You should be communicating at all times. When you communicate frequently, rumors out the window. People talk. When you don't tell somebody something, they fill in the gaps. Our brains are designed to fill in the gaps. When there's missing pictures, missing pieces, our brain fills in the gaps. So if you don't tell someone what's going on, they're going to fill in the gap. Whether you know about it or not, the gaps are being filled in. Rumors are being talked about and they are being spread. Assumptions are being made. So if you're not telling your employees and you're not talking to them about what's going on, they're going to create their own stories. And we do not want that to happen. If you want a space where there is trust and there are no rumors, then you need to communicate frequently. Now, there's a way to talk about what's going on, what are the next steps, things that have happened without giving away the details that shouldn't be talked about. The next step is to ask questions about your feedback. So if you want to know if you are communicating well, ask questions. You need to constantly be asking clarifying questions to see, do you understand what I'm saying? Is there a different way? Is there any way that I can communicate better? You need to be checking in constantly to see how your communication with your team is. And then you need to take the steps to improve your communication if it's not up to par. But remember, you're not going to get honest feedback if you have created a space of untrust. If your employees don't trust you, then you're not going to get honest feedback. That's why you need to build that trust first. Next, you are going to show that you understand the viewpoints of your employees. You can say, oh, I understand you. But if your actions don't show that you understand, your words mean nothing. Next, we're going to focus on our body language. We've talked about that in previous videos. Be mindful of your facial expressions. I know. I am the person who can't help my face. My face tells everything I'm feeling. But we got to practice. We got to get better. Be mindful of your facial expressions. What facial expressions are you making? What does your body say? Are you standing like this when someone is talking to you? Are you looking at them with the mean mugging them while they're talking to you? Rolling your eyes or ready to leave the conversation, them mid talking? What are you communicating while you're listening? Next, we are going to use many different platforms. Send an email, a text message, a phone call, and have a group chat. Every way that you can communicate, you need to communicate, because if someone didn't see it here, they can see it here, they can see it here. You need to say it in person as well. So that's 5. In person, text message, group chat, which is also a text service, email, phone call. 5 ways that you can stay in contact with your team, and that you need to be using all 5 ways when there's a message that needs to be received. These next 3 things are things that you should avoid when trying to better your communication. First of all, no jargon. Next, we are going to avoid being avoidant. Issues need to be addressed directly and promptly. So if there's an issue, address the person directly. If it's an issue that multiple people have, group meeting. Everybody needs to know about it. If there's something that you said that was wrong and you realize sometimes when you're in the early stages of building that trust, your employees might not come to you with issues. But you can recognize sometimes when you've said something that maybe it came off a way that you didn't intend for it to come off. As soon as you realize that you might have done that, find the person, apologize, ask for feedback. Lastly, don't assume. Ask for feedback. You want to make sure that everyone is on the same page. If you said something and you get a little hint, someone might not understand. That's not what I meant. Everyone needs to know, this is what I meant when I said this. Clarify. Communication is a series of working at things to get better. It's constantly improving, looking at where we are, fixing it, going back, fixing it, going back. It's ever evolving. It doesn't end. You're always going to need feedback. You're always going to have room to grow. All right. That's all I have for you today. I will see you tomorrow for more tips.